strategy to increase your reach online without having to get more ads, more workload, or any of that stuff. Let me get out of here 1 second. It looks like I still have music or something kicking. What the heck? So if you're here with me live, drop a hello live. Know that you're here with me live. And I know what it is. I've got feedback coming from YouTube because we are broadcasting to a couple of different places, including Facebook and YouTube. But yeah, drop me a hello. Let me know that you are here with me. I am in the wonderful state of Michigan, and today it is raining. It feels like fall and not winter, so we will take that as long as we can. But we have got to start getting ready for the new year. It is literally almost right upon us. So I'd love to know, have you started to map out your 2024 marketing strategy? And if you haven't, not to worry, you're not the only one, but it's vital if you really want to be able to be successful and rein in all of the workload, all of the money that you're putting out there, and focus on 2024 because we've got some big things that are getting ready to happen. Last week, I attended a master class, and it was probably one of the best ones that I attended for the full year. And one of the things that they revealed is for Facebook 2024, there are over 1,000 changes happening with the algorithm. So, are you surprised? I'm not surprised. But today we're going to dig in and talk about a strategy that's super simple that you can apply right to your business very easily. And in fact, ultimately, it's going to reduce your workload, make things run more efficient, and bring a higher level of quality to your branding. And one of my favorite warriors in the world is here. We've got Destiny live with us from Texas, right? I think you're in Texas. So good to see you. So, but like I was saying, these are some really simple, practical strategies. So you don't have to worry. You can implement. Here we go. So, yeah, Merry Marketing Christmas season to you. We actually have two more sessions today and then next week, and then we'll wrap it up and get into the 2024 season. But when it comes to all the fun things happening, this past week we've had a chance to talk about ways to speed up your strategy and find killer content, different ways to do lead generation. Today, we're going to dig in and talk about how you can take your storytelling and really utilize it in your sales process while at the same time riding these changes that are going to happen with the Facebook algorithm. Next week, join me after that new year because we're going to dig in and talk about event strategy. Now, this is my jam. I've been doing events for over 20 years for corporate, and we'll talk a little bit about in person and also online and how you can maximize your impact. So let's make the most of it and let's dig in. For those of you that don't know me, real quick overview. I have been in events and marketing for well over 20 years, but I've owned my own agency for 18. I specialize in event production and design. And for marketing, when it comes down to it, I love creating content and helping my clients really maximize their audience organically through AI, automation, and funnels. And it doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, technology is getting so easy that it's making it super simple for all of us to seem like a hardcore marketing pro with 20 years. And I can show you how you can do those same things. So I want to ask you really quick, have you been feeling overwhelmed with your digital marketing? Do you feel like it's a little too complicated? Like as soon as you start going to the right, they veer to the left. And then it becomes this hamster wheel of trying to figure out what to do without wasting your time. Because let's face it, no matter how much you can put into a day, you still only have 24 hours. So we want to talk briefly on things that you can do to get off that hamster wheel of generating content without any sales, or even avoiding that pain point of not even getting a lead. But equal to all that, we've got to make sure that we can bridge the gap and make sure that there's a connection between this killer content you're creating and allow you to increase sales. And the truth is, you guys, the algorithm, it's going to keep changing. It's not going to stop. So we've got to get comfortable with that, but be willing to adapt and embrace when it's necessary. And one of the big things is 2024 is going to have some incredible pushback from social media in terms of trying to get rid of some of the junk that's out there of content that's not really value added. For quite a while, Facebook, we saw where they did this big emphasis on the shorts. And, the problem is, and I shared this with you a couple weeks ago in our training, they're not able to generate ad dollars if they just have people on reels. So understanding the strategy I'm going to share with you today is going to put you ahead of 90% of the competition. But real quick, I want to know from you, how many social media platforms are you currently using that you're on? Drop it in the comments. So you might have your Facebook profile, your Facebook business page, maybe a group, maybe you have LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. What else is there? What else do we have? Drop it in the comments. Let me know. So that's like 7 right there before, and it's just social media. Now you got to remember, digital media and marketing is more than just the social platforms. It's one component. And too often we get caught right into that of just focusing on the social media. So real quick, in your head, go do a head count and let me know. Let me know, how many are you using? Hey, Wayne, long time no see. So good to see you. Yeah, welcome back. All right. And let me say another hello. This might be the fabulous Shayna Melissa Stockman waving hello. Nice to peek in live here finally. Oh, maybe that's not Shayna. Well, I'm glad that you can join us. I'm glad you could join us. All right. So for myself, I know I have at least 9. And that's not even including the multiple websites, funnels, blogs, blah, 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 blah. But we've got to figure out how having all of these eggs going to make sure we don't have them all in one basket. And I know for myself, I have been guilty because I'm a Facebook junkie. But sometimes it's important to look at what are some other platforms that you should be connected with, so you're not just focused on growing your friend list or just your internal group. You've got to have different eggs in different places, but understand like where your main flagship's at. Like my main thing is I love Facebook, a lot of benefits to it. So I put a lot of content in there. And as you do this, just make sure you don't get stuck into that one niche of I'm just sticking with one platform, because if your account gets shut down, you're going to have a big problem, and we don't want that for you. So this is another one right here. So often people will just randomly post stuff, but they haven't mapped out a strategy. And this is one of the things that's key. We're going to talk about this in an upcoming mastermind we're going to be holding, is before you're going out, know what your destination is. I mean, could you imagine how many of you cook Christmas dinner? I cook Christmas dinner. And then we went to my aunt's too for dessert. But could you imagine if you've never cooked Christmas dinner before, and then you just decide that you're going to cook a dinner for 40 people, and the night before you rush out to go get the ingredients for the dessert, the appetizers, and the main course. Now, you might be a little overwhelmed if you're trying to cook it all up from scratch, right? If you've never done this before, it would be kind of silly to think the day before you're just going to whip it all together. But so often, so many of us will do that with our marketing. We'll just wait to the last minute and just put out there. Well, I want to encourage you, as we go into 2024, start to look at your full year and break it out into 4 different quarters of the year, and then plan your content according to that. Now, this is going to be key, especially for what we're about to talk about right now. Instead of just randomly posting stuff, we want to get you to the point that you have a strategy with every single post that you're putting out there, with every comment, with every reply. And this is going to be key for you because social media it's only a part of your funnel. And if you don't know what a funnel is, it's basically symbolic for bringing in leads through different stages of your sales process until you get to the main people that become your clients, right? But one of the things is with social media, we can get stuck into, my purpose of social media is just to post and to connect. Well, you've got to understand part of the function of social media and all of these different ways that you can post. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. The other thing is, number two, knowing what is your end goal? What are you trying to accomplish? When you're putting a post out there, does it somehow directly or indirectly tie back into an offer or something that's related to connecting that viewer, that fan, that friend, that follower to become one of your contacts? Because when they're on social media, they are not your contact. It is rented space from YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, whoever comes to view it, but they're not your contact. One of the other things is in each of these posts to start becoming ultra clear on a call to action. So often we get caught into our own head that we forget to tell people, hey, drop a heart, or if you want this link, say this. It's a two-way street. Just like I'm talking with you guys right now, we're live, and I can see the fabulous Sheena Melissa Stockman dropped in. Hello, darling. Good to see you. But I can see this dialogue coming back and forth because this is a live interaction. So understanding that, and even when it's pre-recorded or just a static post, having a clear call to action so that your viewers know what to do, because it can become overwhelming. There's a lot of stuff on social media. So going in a little bit more, this is something key, and if you want to take a screenshot of this, as you can really quick. There's so much content everywhere, you guys. You know this. We've got Reels on Facebook. We have TikToks. We have Shorts on YouTubes. We have static news feed post on Facebook. You have live video. You have comments and engagement, on your post or in groups that you're belonging to. There's even stories on Facebook, and then even direct messages. Now, this may seem like this is just random, but I don't know if you know, each one of these have a specific purpose for your marketing. They do. I'm going to show you. Do you want to know? Do you want to know? Say, I want to know. Tell me, I want to know. All right. So we're going to get into it. We got Facebook user. Yep, got to keep a social part in and take relationships offline. Amen to that. That is exactly right. That's how you start to get to this next level of these people become your contacts, and then you develop relationships. And that's really what social media is for. It's just to nurture these relationships. But digging back into this, right now, these are just some of the many activities you can get into. We didn't even talk about email and podcast, right? But for these, there's a specific function for each of these activities. And this is how it breaks down. You can take a screenshot of this too if you want. Reels, TikTok Shorts, those are excellent posts if you want to attract new leads, or if you want to get into really creating value and educating your audience. Static newsfeed posts, it's key. So that would be like on your Facebook page, if you did like a long text post with lots of value added content, not just about like me, but how your me story applies to your viewers. So creating content that educates them and gets them inspired in a new way, something that's value packed that they can bite their teeth into. And another one that you see me use a lot is live video. And live video is excellent for building authority and really getting out there to communicate your message to the masses. And there's so many tools out now that make it easy. So there's no excuse for not doing live, whether you're going strictly from your phone or you're using broadcast software like I'm using Ecamm, which is my favorite live streaming software. But going a little bit further, now this is one where a lot of us are dropping the ball and we need to stop it. Stop it. is the comments and the engagement. Well, I shouldn't say you need to stop it. You need to do it. Do it. Because the comments and the engagement are where you really start networking. It's sort of like when you would go to those. Do you remember who used to go to Chamber of Commerce meetings? I used to go to a lot of those Chamber of Commerce meetings. They still have some great ones up here. But going to those meetings, you didn't necessarily like build this long, intimate relationship with people, but you would network, you would connect, you would get to understand what was their problem and concern or their highlight from their business, and you would talk about it, right? Well, with groups, you have the opportunity to do that. And I'm not just talking about in your own group. However, there's so many of you that will get comments on a post and you don't even reply. You just, maybe you're lucky if you give them a thumbs up. If somebody's coming and talking to you and commenting on your content, reply back. It's a two-way road of dialogue, and this is going to be key for the 2024 algorithm. And it was key in 2023, but this is the things. Things are going to spice up a little bit more because they're putting these new parameters to define what is considered high quality content, right? And that sheet that I was, this one is going to be key because these become little spaces where you'll have an opportunity to ride that algorithm knowing what each of these post types are for. So don't just randomly post, know what the post is for. The other one is stories. Now, if you look at stories, it's all of your friends on your personal profile see that, or if you have a business page, your followers on your business page are going to see those stories. It's an opportunity for you to really nurture those relationships and dig in deeper. And then for direct message, that is where you can get in to really connect and to help close the sale. But let me say this, let me emphasize this. Do not by any means at all whatsoever go to direct message and say, buy my stuff. That should be like the final step of your funnel process where they're already engaged and ready to go. You can invite, you can give free, you can share, you can direct, but do not be a spammy salesperson. If you do that, you'll find people want to connect with you because they trust you. Because the first thing out of your mouth isn't buy my stuff or constantly talking about my product's great, my product's great, my service is great. Okay, yeah, you're great. Everybody else is great too. This is a time to cultivate relationships and share freely, where it's not just about you, it's about them. This is key. Understanding that part is how you can level up and really make these deep connections. So, kind of go into this idea of, okay, well, if we want content that converts, what do you do? Here are some sort of pieces of content that can really resonate with people and get the algorithm going in your favor, including tips and hacks. You might have the latest scoop. Like in a little while, I'm going to show you one of the key scoops for cracking into the algorithm on Facebook for 2024. But it could even be common questions that you're seeing either your existing audience is asking or people from outside your community keep popping up and you keep seeing the same question being answered. Try to answer that. Find out what is resonating with people. What are the stories that are hot right now? And then even, some of your personal experiences of obstacles that you've had and how you overcame it and how that can apply to your audience. I would suggest that you don't go in and share obstacles that you're facing that you haven't figured out how to overcome it. You've got to have the solution that goes with the problem that you faced and many others have faced. And really, that's what life is. So many of us go through the same difficulties or struggles, but it comes down to individuals like you, after you've had triumph, to share, this is how you manage this thing in your life, this problem. And this goes whether you're talking about, somebody that has an autoimmune issue and they're trying to figure out what are the resources that I have that can help me get to healing, or if you're a senior living facility and you have adult children who are trying to help their aging parents to this next stage. What are some obstacles that they have? And then even things like real life behind the scenes. So, there's that one facade where we show just like the shiny, sparkly stuff on online, but moving beyond that and showing real life behind the scenes how things work. And even getting into things like your personal beliefs. We've seen more and more people in 2023 that have come out and started even talking about their walk in faith with work, or different, social justices that they're a part of with their business. So those are things that define who you are, that may be able to really resonate and connect with your audience. And another thing is social proof. Like, what examples do you have of clients that have won big or have been able to have a breakthrough for you? And I know for myself, this is something I had a little bit of uncomfortableness with, was, talking about like revenue, how much money you make online. It always felt to me. But if that's you, there's other things that you can showcase to help your audience understand your products or your services work, whether it's through the time or the efficiency breakthroughs that your clients had. But be willing to share those success stories so people know, hey, this worked for person A, B, and C. Maybe it'll work for me, because now it's not just them randomly buying a product or service from somebody that says, hey, this is great. Well, show them why it's great. Show them people that experienced your work before. And those can be big differences that are small, but can help really resonate, with that connection. But you got to slow down before you go any further. Because, we talked a lot about, all those different posts that you can do and resonating with people. And you can go out like a banshee trying to quickly react on your keyboard. And I want to tell you, slow down a minute. 2024 needs to be the year of slowing down and making decisions that are planned out, mapped out, and very strategic. If you do that, you're going to find yourself, you might be at first like biting at the bit, like, I want to go. Okay, I know you want to go, but what I want to tell you is, before you go, have that game plan. Don't go into the kitchen the first time and you have never cooked a meal and you're planning on whipping it all together in a day without any research. Work with patience and it will bring you prosperity. But you got to be willing to do the work and be strategic about it. So I want to ask you, when you post, would you say that you post with a purpose, or is it more reactive? Just get it done, get it out there, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes I've done that. I've been guilty of that. I have. But we want to get to the point that you know your goal, you stick to it, whether this is utilizing, a push on your website, or gathering more followers to your profile, or leading them even through your email sequence. We want to have every step mapped out, so you know why you're doing it, you know when to do it, you know how to do it, you know why. And that's one of the things that I do want to invite you to start to get on track for 2024. We have a mastermind that's going to be starting. And if you want to check it out, you can go to elizabethmorosco.com/2024. And what we've created, it's not that. Hold on one second. Here we go. Is this mastermind that's going to be focused on helping you build and launch your high value content strategy, so that you're able to land more clients, connect with sponsors, investors, and to really create a phenomenal presence online that allows you to build long-term relationships. And we have added on these amazing bonuses. This is completely new from the offer that I had last week. But if you've been wanting to go out into 2024 with a big, strong game plan, this is it. So in this package, you're going to get 4 private consultations with myself, where we're going to map out all of your details for your specific upcoming year. We're also going to give you 1 video broadcast that's valued at over $2,000. Plus, you're going to get 3 months of the Kudos membership, which is, it's basically an amazing community that has content already done for you that you can plug and play. It's professional level. So no more messing around with the amateur, try to rush and get it done. Everything's done for you. We literally will take care of all the pieces and give you a blueprint that is personalized for you. So all of those bonuses are valued at over $10,000 plus what you're going to get is access to this. It's a 4-week sprint where we're going to run with you and show you the steps that you need to be able to build a phenomenal marketing strategy and actually implement it. So you're going to get not just a blueprint, you're going to have done with you services and support along with monthly coaching, private coaching, so that you can get far beyond anything that you touched in 2024. So this is going to be a very small group because it is very hands-on, but right now the price is $997, and honestly, like the package just for the group is it's really valued at $3,500 plus the bonuses. So you're almost getting like a $13,000 package for under $1,000. I want you to be able to win big in 2024, but part of it comes down to, are you willing to do a different path? Are you willing to start taking direction and implementing it instead of sitting on another course? I don't want you to just take this and sign up for a course and do nothing. If you're serious about growing your business and you want to execute to this new level, come sign up now. You can go to elizabethmorosco.com/2024. And this promo is going to last until, I think it's Tuesday at midnight. So you have just till after the new year. Come on down. Come be a part of a team that's going to be focused on you and showing you how to focus on your clients. All right, so let's get back into it because we still have a lot to cover, and it's already 2:30. Like, what the heck? Like, where's the time going? All right, so this is the thing. Okay, going into this 2024 strategy, one of the things that you need to do is build a frame of reference. Basically, use an outline to map out and track all of your posting that you're doing. Be very forward thinking on why you need to post and what is the intent for that post. And the whole point is because we want to define these goals and these action steps so that daily you're not spinning your wheels or shifting and adjusting to the next shiny thing, because that's not going to get you the sales that you need. You've got to be willing to say, hey, wait a minute, I need more than just the next shiny thing or the next project. I need to know exactly what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And I'm going to show you how in that 2024 program. But real quick, before we go any further, let's say hello to a couple people. We have Caddy joining us today. Well, hello, Caddy. Thanks for coming on down. And we got a couple of Facebook users. If you want, you can actually, let me see if I can drop this link here. Nope, that's not it. Let me see, invite group members. I think I might be able to do this. Let me see. Okay, if you're in the Facebook group, I just dropped the link, which is ecam.live/connect, and then that way I can see your username and beautiful photo. It's one of those safety features on Facebook. I get it. So anyhow, but what do we have here? Yes. Hey, Elizabeth, invite, give, free, share, don't spam. You hit it right on the head. That's right. And nobody likes spam. I mean, think about how you feel when you get those spam calls or those. I didn't realize I had my full screen here. I thought I was talking to you guys, but you couldn't see me. But yeah, nobody likes that spam. It just feels icky. And it doesn't feel when you do feel good when you do it either. So for 2024, though, this hot strategy is basically this: creating content that is so incredible that aligns with the strategy of take action. And what that means is Facebook wants you to create high value content so that content is redirected, reused, repurposed again on their platform. And in fact, I got to tell you, one of the things that they did say, ooh, you're not going to like this. I'm going to tell you anyways, though. I got to tell you anyways. One of the things that they did say is that the social medias are now starting to track if that content is original to their platform or if you shared it onto other platforms like YouTube. I don't know how they're doing it, but this is one of the things that's happening and will happen more in 24. So if it's original content, it's going to rank higher in the algorithm than if you take it like today. I'm sharing it to my Facebook business page, my group, and Twitter and YouTube. So, like in practicality, these are some things you might want to think about, okay? All right, going back though to this strategy for 2024. So the content that you're creating, it needs to be able to resonate where it's high value that people will want to revisit it, and it's worthy enough for you to redirect people to that one core piece of content over and over. And this could be in terms of like a long form news feed posts, like we were talking, the value added post, or even a video, like this video that we're doing right now. All right, so digging in, all of it is this. This is it. The key is it's going to be quality, it's not going to be quantity. So if you're doing a lot of little trashy kind of posts, this is going to be the time to clean it up. And in fact, one of the things they were saying in the master class that they are going to start to switch to do is from before they were doing weekly live trainings, and now they're going to be doing a training once every 6 to 8 weeks. But during the downtime in between different training modules, they'll have different pieces of content that redirects their viewers or group community to this core piece of content. And this is what I'm talking about right here. You guys take a screenshot of this. This is an example of a take action strategy. So let's say you do an incredible, let's say you start with a post, like a 2-step post, like, hey, who wants to learn about how to get lead gens online without ads? And then somebody comments, me. Well, then what you do is you go back and you tag that person that said me in that piece of content, the high value content. There's other ways that you can do this too. Now, follow with me a little bit because I didn't have time to do a screenshot or an example of each of these, but I know this can be boring, and it can be like a lot of marketers say you guys don't want to hear this stuff. You just want to hear stuff that makes you feel wet behind the ears and feel happy. Okay? And if you want to do happy, that's cool, but sometimes the happy is not going to help you make a sale. This stuff can help you make a sale. It's boring, it's technical, but if you can understand it, it's going to help you rank higher without having to do ads, okay? So, for instance, number one, like we talked about the 2-step poll. Another one could, 2-step post. Another one could be hosting a poll on your business page or in your group where you could say, what would you like to learn, of these 3? And then as they select what it is, when you create that piece of content, you tag that person. Here, did you see this piece of content? We were talking about it last week. I created it. Here's this resource. It could be a workbook. It could be a video. And even in things like Facebook events, of going back in, inviting those people that expressed interest. And here's one of my favorite ones is email broadcast. How many of you will do a Facebook Live or YouTube Live and you never go back to say, hey, did you catch this live where I talked about A, B, and C? Check it out. Here's a link. Why that is powerful is because now you're taking your audience and you're directing them to Facebook or YouTube, same difference. And Facebook is saying, I'm digging it. They've got people that they're sending directly to the post through that link because they can tell that was an external link that was directed directly to a post that was on their platform. They like it because they've got more eyeballs on their platform. So if you can do that, it becomes a winning formula for you, for the viewer, and for Facebook. So just understand each party has their own goals, whether it's you and your goals, which so often we get stuck in. I want to be a millionaire and sell all my stuff online and have all the clients in the world and me. Well, it's great. I want you to have those things too. But to get there, you have to understand what is the client saying that they want. I want to feel good. I want to have less stress. I want this problem taken away. I want to feel this ultimate joy feeling. Those are the things that are in their head. And Facebook, they want you to be on their platform as long as you can. And if you can, this is the whole key to the algorithm hot step for 2024. If you can take people on Facebook and direct them to different posts within Facebook, they are going to rank you higher. That's it. That's the whole glue. But so many of you, after you get done with this live, you're going to say, oh, let me just randomly post something. Be strategic. Start to look at 2024 of mapping this out quarterly, right? And knowing that you have an offer, a promotion of something that you're doing each quarter that's the big focus. And if you create that one high value piece of content every quarter, and you just keep redirecting people to that piece of content, whether it's through your events, your emails, testimonials, long, short format content, direct them there. Find ways that you can get them to take action on your content and go find another piece of content that's on that platform. That's it. That's the hidden little puzzle, but it takes a little bit of maneuvering to get those steps in place, but you can do it. You've just got to map this out ahead of time. So understanding those things will absolutely become key. And then some of the other things could be like, reminders that you're sending, like a reminder email, even things in your shorts, your reels, your stories, your lives, mentioning it. It could be if you do one short format, you can say, you can find the link to this full piece of content in the comments. And going back to a point where the content's so great, people want to see it. That maybe they're even sharing it with other people because it's that high level of content. In fact, last week, I don't know if you saw the training I did last week where I was sharing this new push is going to demand content that's of such value that most people are charging for it. And the idea is you give it away for free. And you can do that. There's a lot of things within your business that you can do that are free to you, that are high value to your community, but you got to be willing to look at that. So, Kitty said, oh, that's great. Lately, it's a great product for that using a webinar training. Yeah, I just started doing more of the webinars, and I'm getting into some of the evergreen, but that's going to be one of the things that I focus on a lot for 2024 as well. You're serving up the meat and the potatoes. I am. I know. I was so excited after that masterclass. I thought more people need to know this because it's not complicated and it doesn't require you having to spend hundreds or thousands on advertising or getting crazy with your busy workload. You can keep it pretty simple. So the big thing, though, is to remember this. This is not just about getting views. It's not, because going viral, it does not mean getting a sale. And I've seen it happen before where people have gotten 1 million views. And what do they get with it? There was no call to action at the end of the video. There was nothing. It was sad. It was sad. But, we live and we learn. We've got to find ways to be strategic with the time that we're putting on YouTube and Facebook and TikTok, so that there's a payoff in the end. But understanding some of these little things can help you move from not getting stuck in the freebie mode and instead get to that place where all content is either directly or indirectly leading to your offer. And not in a spammy, gross way. It's because your content's so freaking good that they're like, this is just awesome. It's like somebody's doing my work for me. And that's what your content should be. So good that they can't get enough of it. So throughout this week, we're going to be running a lot of different promos for the Mary Marketing wrap up. Next week is going to be a lot of fun, you guys. We're going to talk about strategic event planning. Now, what I can tell you is events, they're my jam. I've been doing events for over 20 years for some of the for Fortune 500 companies, for well-known, nationally known nonprofits, and it's been an incredible journey. And I can't wait to share with you some of the strategies I've used to help them literally raise hundreds of thousands of dollars over the course of my career. And I'm going to show you the scoop. How do you do it without the pain point? So that's going to be next week. You can go to elizabethmorosco.com/Mary and you can register. That way, if you miss the live or part of the live, you can go back. I've got a replay page specifically for everybody that RSVP'd. So go check that out. And again, really quick, I just want to share this with you. If you are serious about really growing your business and you want to get to the spot where you have a game plan moving out in 2024 and you want to build a message that has high value content that resonates with people, along with a powerful strategy that's going to allow you to land more clients, connect with sponsors and investors while reducing your workload. Imagine having your own little portable marketing team that's working for you to be able to win big in 2024. So the bonuses that you're going to get are even of greater value than the package. So the package is $997 for this 1 month package. But on top of it, you get 4 private strategy sessions with me. You're going to get 1 video broadcast session. It's a 1-hour session. It's valued at over $2,000, which you're going to have me there helping you with your screens, your flow, your whole thing. Plus, you're going to get 3 months of the Kudos membership, all included in there. And it says value 400. That's actually a value of 600. So that's incorrect. It's valued at 600 for that. Plus you'll get access to the Beam training membership portal. There's so much goodness in there, you guys. There are trainings on virtual events, how to level up your marketing, new things to do for digital marketing and online or offline marketing as well. It's incredible. But this is one of the big things here. You're going to have a personalized blueprint. So I'm not just going to give you a blueprint that I use. We're going to take that blueprint. We're going to go work together hand in hand. We're going to personalize it for you so that you can rock out 2024. So this whole entire package is valued well at over $13,000, and you can get it today until next, I think it's Tuesday. It's $997. I want you to win big, but you've got to be willing to say, I'm doing it. I want to win. And I'm worthy. And I get it, you guys. It can be super freaky. You're getting out into the new year. It can be hard, but you got to say it's time. And then somebody said, I'm in. All right. I can't see who you are, but all right. I'll come back and check the comments later. So, and for that one, all you've got to do is go over to, it's elizabethmorosco.com/2024. Let me see if I can come back over to the screen right here. Voila. That's the website. So go over there, go register. And, it's up to you. You can do the same thing that you did this year. Maybe you won big, but maybe you realize, there's things that you can do to improve your work quality life. There's things that you can do to generate more leads, close more sales. And maybe you're just tired of trying to do it all on your own. I get it. It can be hard. But when you have a little bit of extra support, whether you're working solo or you have an amazing kick booty marketing team, sometimes just having one extra person with the right tools and background can help you skyrocket. And that's what I want to do with you this year. Let's make it happen. But in the meantime, you guys, I am just wishing you so much prosperity as you start to head into that New Year's countdown. Go in there with a positive mindset and a willingness to say, hey, I'm ready for change. I'm ready to take that next step and then take that leap. Let's go. Let's make 2024 rock. All right, you guys. In the meantime, be good. Oh, and in case he comes back later, I wanted to say happy birthday, Chef Leroy, one of our big fans. I saw that on Facebook. Happy birthday, Chef Leroy. I don't know if you're with us live, but if you catch this later, happy birthday. All right. In the meantime, you guys, be good, be happy, and most definitely be blessed. We'll see ya. Bye, guys.